My name's Wade Mccants. I'm the owner of Mccants Mobile Homes, and I'd like to take this opportunity by video instead of having everything on paper. Some people tend to sign it and read it, but they don't understand it. And I think this is a good opportunity to do it on a video format. The biggest thing is to let you know what our responsibilities are and what your responsibilities are, and the process that it takes to get the home from the purchase to ultimately you moving in your home. Our responsibility is to deliver your home, get it ready for service, to service it, to hook it up, tie it down, put the AC in and skirt it. The homeowner's responsibility is to do the site preparation, which is very important. We have a pamphlet in here that shows how to build the pad, the slope. Either you can do it with dirt or clay gravel, or you can do it on cement. You can do runners. There's different ways to prepare for this home with your site. We do have contractors that can do that, and they'll be glad to come out, look at it, and give you a price. That can be added into your loan. So in the beginning, we need to know if that's something you'd like to do, so we don't have to go back in and maybe do some more paperwork to get additional funding. So it's a detailed process. It's not very hard if you just kind of understand it. And then again, this is what this video will do. It will help us guide one another, or me guide you through this process, so you know the big question is what's next. Main thing is, once we get to the location, that all the obstacles to get into the place with the home without messing it up is achieved by trimming limbs, ditches to cross, old cars or new cars or anything like that. Once we get in, we'll go ahead and start the blocking process. A single wide, it could take anywhere from 1 to 2 days to block it, anchor it, and tie it down. And then y'all will start hooking your electrical, water, and sewer up. Probably you'll need doors adjustment, maybe some sheetrock cracks, may need a drawer handle or screw for a globe. There's all kind of little things that may need to be done. That's when you call the office, set up service with Katie or whoever's in charge of service at that time. They will do a work order. That work order will be turned into the plant or our crew. Most of the time, it will be a Mccants crew, because we can dispatch that here locally. If it comes out of the plant, they have their own crews. There's no telling what part of the country they will be coming from or what number they'll be calling from. I'm fixing to show you what happens after the house comes in from the transport company. We have ordered these homes. These are display models. So we set them up, we check the roof, we remove the paper, repair any shingles that may have blown off during transport. And then again, when we take it to your site, there may be some shingle damage or missing, and that will be repaired again at final set. But we do a complete walkthrough, make sure all the shingles are intact, no vents are bent. The paper on the sides will be removed, and then the trim out guy, he will put the vinyl on. But when the house gets to your site, this is pretty much what it'll look like. There'll be paper on the roof, may or may not have some vents that have some type of damage because of limbs on the road. This is fairly normal. We try not to let it happen, but some of the routes that the Department of Transportation sends us on to get to your lot, because of low weight bridges, we do have difficulty maneuvering through these low limbs. Okay, so the house that I'm going to show you now is on our lot. It's set up, but basically that's how it will be when it arrives to your lot. This is a sheetrocked house. It tends to have small cracks, and sometimes one of them may be a little worse than others. That will be repaired on your site. However, we need your electrical, water, and sewer hooked up prior to the FTO, which is a factory trim out. I guess you could say it takes as long as it takes you to get your electrical, water, and sewer on. Contact our office. We'll contact the plant, and usually within 2 to 3 weeks, they should have someone on site to take care of all the complete trim out on your home. They'll take care of the ceilings, the walls, the floors, the drawer adjustments. If you notice over here too, we do have an appliance package in this house, which most of them do. That warranty is covered by Frigidaire, Whirlpool, or whatever appliance it is. You can call in and we'll give you an 800 number. If, say, down the road you start having issues with an appliance, we'll get you the right contact to call in because it is warranted by the manufacturer of the appliance. The manufacturer of the home takes care of the home. The appliances are warranted by the manufacturer of the appliance. The AC the same way, the skirting contractor the same way. So you have multiple contractors coming and going. We're the guy that's like the glue that holds the deal together. Okay, this is the bathroom area. Some of them have these walk-in shower enclosures. What's normal and what's not normal. They may be hairline cracks. They can grout and finish at. However, there may be some little small chips on the edges. It kind of conforms with the look. So they're not going to come in and replace every tile when you shower. Now, if it's cracked or falling off, they'll do that. But a little small imperfection, in order to remove this top rail and do all that, they usually just they can put a little dye on it and make it blend and it looks really good. What's normal sometimes, not every time, but caulking peels back from the tub. That can be scraped off and reapplied, no big deal. This is a beautiful home. All of our houses, they're temporarily set. I'm not here trying to not sell you a house or try to deter you from buying one by showing you the weak spots. But I believe in order for you to trust us and you know what's coming, this is a very important tool that I've been wanting to do for years. So I'm showing you some things that are normal and some things that are not. Okay, today we're going to talk about the sewer and the underbelly of your house, what's terminated through the bottom, and what you need to hook up and tell your contractor to do it. You'll notice earlier we showed you some drops. There's either going to be a 1.5 inch or 3 inch drop that's going to come from the sink or a toilet in multiple areas depending on your floor plan. They can come out in the front to back, so they vary. Not all of them are in the same place. The factory does not know where your septic tank's going to be, so they just terminate it. It's up to y'all to hook it up or have your contractor do it. And the reason for it is you have to have the flow going the direction of the septic tank. So if they were to hook it all up, it may point out that way your septic tank will be on the other end of the house. So you really need to do that after the house is located. After your house is placed on your location and your septic tank is in place, that's when you do this hookup. The factory does provide fittings. It's never enough because they really don't know, or sometimes it's too much. It's just a guesstimation. They do have a diagram in there to explain the location of your particular house and the fittings that you have in the box. Your contractor can look at it if he has any problems whatsoever to call the office and we can send him a diagram. Your plumber will also hook up your water fitting. Your water fitting is the one with the threaded fitting on the end. It has threads on all of them. They all have threads. This line resembles a water line, which is a PVC pipe. Whatever you do, don't hook your water to this. It will flood your house. So make sure whoever's doing your plumbing, if they got any question, then again, call us. Do not hook to that. That's your pan. If your hot water heater ever ruptures, the water's coming outside. And I'd also like to see this sticking out the skirting just a little bit, maybe with a 90 going down, and if something ever happens, it'll give you an idea that something's going wrong with your hot water heater, and you may want to have it looked at. The skirting is the last part of it. We like to do that several weeks after the power's been on, the electrical's been on, electrical power, water, sewer, and all that way. If there's any complications, maybe small leaks or whatever, you can notice those under the house. If the skirting's on there, it may be a while before it shows itself. So don't get in a big hurry, but we will have your work order. Your color has been picked out by now. It is with a skirting contractor, and they will contact you. But call us 2-3 weeks after you feel like everything is good, and we will make arrangements with the contractor to make a contact to get that done. It is a simple process. We've already measured the height. Your color should have been picked out. Sometimes there's upgrade skirtings that take a little longer to order to come in, especially with the backlog or the ships tied up overseas. So that's part of the issues that we're having right now. So we're trying to get it to you as soon as possible, but we can only get it when we have it. So you can contact Katie or our service department or anybody here, and we can give you updates along the way. I also want to say the experience of buying a mobile home can be complicated and simple. If you really know what's going on, it's simple. If you got any idea about things and you don't know, always call in. And I say we don't mind fielding 1 million calls a day if it helps you. All right, so we're at the stage now of your AC install. Your house has been set up. It could be skirted or not, depending on if you called in for it. They can go through the skirting and make their hookups. The inside unit, they got an A-coil they got to set, and this condenser unit will be placed outside. You need to call in when you're ready for it. We do have a work order wrote up in your name ready for your call. So at any time you feel like the AC is ready to be done, call Katie and we'll line that up. However, we furnish the pad, the inside unit, the condenser outside. The disconnect box is on you. It's usually done when your electricity is hooked up. They run another line that comes into the back side of this is called a disconnect box. The disconnect box is hooked up with 10-2 wire with the ground. So they hook the AC guy will hook the whip up to your disconnect box. If you're in a flood zone, you have to elevate or build some type of platform to the bottom height of the edge of your house, or they won't turn it on. Your permitting department will make you have it elevated. So if you're not in a flood zone, no problem. They just put a pad on the ground, put the AC on top. The AC will be warranted by the AC company that hooks it up. We do have several companies, depending on what area of the state, Louisiana, Mississippi, or wherever, that goes to that particular area, which gives you a better service if we hire a contractor close to your house. If it's hot, the air conditioner goes out, you definitely want somebody to get there quick. So we try to isolate the contractors close to where your residence is. So then again, I'll go over it one more time. That's a 10-2 wire with the ground, and that's y'all's responsibility. It's usually done at the time of your electrical hookup. The location of this is usually directly across from your chase inside your cabinet where your return air goes. They supply 25 foot of copper to make the hookup. If you want to put it on the other end of the house and you exceed that 25 foot, there may be a charge, a small charge for the additional pipe. If y'all have any issues, anytime, any questions, feel free to call us at Mccants at 601-888-3513. Our email address is mccantshomes@bellsouth.net. Our website is mccantshomes.com. I'd like to thank y'all for the opportunity to allow our family to help your family find the home of your dreams.